There are many tools you can use for your DIY or home improvement projects at home, whether it involves woodworking, plumbing, electrical, or even metalworking projects. These projects can range from simple ones like painting your room with a brush and roller or an airless paint sprayer, washing your driveway or decking with a pressure washer, to more complex projects like building kitchen cabinets or installing crown moldings in your room. In this video, we are going to be listing some of those must-have tools you absolutely need in every home to carry out DIY or home improvement projects. But before moving on, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Future structures get more awesome videos like this. Let's get started. The tape measure. Stanley's Fat Max has a wider than typical tape that is less prone to bending and collapsing when extended across a room. You can supposedly extend it straight through the air, without anyone or anything propping up the other end, for 14 feet before it falls down. As far as length goes, 16 feet is about as small a tape measure as I'd recommend, and 25 is a good size for most homes. This one is marked in standard units, but Stanley also makes metric ones. The utility knife. In my experience, utility knives don't vary that much in effectiveness. It's the replaceable blade that matters much more. That said, the Fastback is the best I've used. I have used a bunch. And you can replace the blade without having to find a screwdriver to take the knife apart. It also folds. You can flick it open and shut it with one hand. It locks securely, and the coating is tough enough to last for years. A nice plus is the built-in gut hook for cutting string and plastic ties without opening the knife. It came in handy more than I thought it would. The stud finder. If you want to mount anything heavy to a wall, you should always mount it to the vertical structural pieces of wood studs behind the wall. This means you need to find them without being able to see them. A stud finder, held and rubbed against a wall, will light up when it passes over a stud, so you know where to drill. Builders sometimes run wires along with these studs, and to keep people from drilling into a wire and getting fried like Daffy Duck, they place metal guards over them. Any decent stud finder, like this Zircon, will warn you if it detects one. Plus, you can hold it up to yourself and go beep, beep, beep. Stud detected. It'll never get hold. The power drill. 12 volts will do for most home jobs. But if you ever end up having to drill 1-inch holes into wall studs to mount a heavy shelving unit or a beefy sound system, you're going to want the extra torque of an 18 volts or 20 volts drill. This 1-inch chuck will accept bits as large as you'll need. And at this price, which includes 2 batteries and a charger, it's too good a deal to pass up. The batteries work with more than 200 other DeWalt power tools, too. The drill bits. For all but the smallest of jobs, it's going to go easier if you drill out a hole before driving screws and bolts into a wall. The black oxide coating on these drill bits reduces friction, which speeds up drilling and resists rust. These are good for general use and will handle wood, metal, plastics, wallboard, and fiberglass. The tool bag. You don't need a metal toolbox at home. Your toolbox is going to live an easy life on a closet shelf, not banging around a construction site. Fabric makes it lighter, and having an open top makes it easy to pop in and grab something for a quick job. Harbor Freight is hit or miss on some products, but this tote is the best I've come across. The quality of the fabric and construction makes this a great deal, and I like it better than the brand name totes. It has 22 pockets on the inside and outside, perfect for tools you want to keep easily accessible. You can fit the bigger stuff, like a power drill or hammer, in the wide main compartment. Depending on where you live, the Harbor Freight tote may only be available for store pickup. In that case, check out the Cobalt 12 inches tool tote, $30. It has fewer pockets, 12, compared to the Harbor Freight's 22, but it's made of a tough 1680 denier fabric and also has a sturdy padded metal handle. The mallet. A lot of furniture needs a few whacks during assembly, but if you hit it too hard with a regular hammer, you can cause damage. Some jobs need a rubber mallet to snug pieces together without chipping off bits of plastic or wood. 16 ounces for a mallet is pretty light, but it should be heavy enough to bang together furniture and shelving units without being cumbersome for most people. This hammer ticks the necessary features for general, around-the-home use, such as having a smooth head. It's at the top end of that 16 to 20 ounce range that's perfect for handling most jobs, and it's got a curved clawdy pull-out nails, which you want. A straight rip claw is more versatile but unnecessary for most people. The hex key. Yet, you can use the cheap stuff furniture manufacturers include for free whenever you buy something that uses Allen bolts, hex bolts. But as with screwdrivers, you'll feel the difference with a good set of hex keys. I've bent cheap hex keys while torquing something down and then brought out the Bontus to finish the job with no problems. The keys in this set, in metric and standard measurements, have a rust-resistant finish and fit snugly in any hex bolt you'll come across. And believe me, apartment dweller or homeowner, there are many hex bolts in your future. The level. A good level is an absolute necessity for work around the home. This one is accurate to plus or minus 0.0005 of an inch. It's made of aluminum for toughness, and the ends are capped in plastic so you don't end up scraping the hell out of your walls when you're using it. Get a 48 inches level. It's one of the typical sizes, and longer levels are more accurate than the short ones. The screwdriver. It's easier to spot the difference in quality when using screwdrivers. I've started plenty of jobs with a junk one, only to have it came out of the screw's head or start to strip a stubborn screw. A better screwdriver makes the job go as smooth as butter, and Chain-Lock 6 inches 1 is real quality. Made in the US, it has Phillips 1 and 2 and slotted 3/16 of an inch and 1/4 of an inch heads, plus the shaft can be used as a 1/4 inch and 5/16 of an inch nut driver. This combination screwdriver will cover your bases for regular home repairs and maintenance, and it takes up a lot less space than a set of full-size screwdrivers. With 7-piece precision screwdriver kit, every so often, to repair things such as eyeglasses and electronics, you're going to need a set of very small screwdrivers. For whatever reason, manufacturers tend to use soft, tiny screws that deform easily, so good precision screwdrivers are especially important. None of the combination precision screwdrivers I've ever used has impressed me, so buy a full set. They won't take up much room since, you know, they're tiny. Use 6 of the 7 you get in this kit. You can stick the Phillips one in a drawer somewhere if you get the Chain-Lock above. The multi-tool. This one's a luxury, not an absolute necessity. But while a multi-tool is a jack of all trades, master of none, it's often supremely handy to have a small tool in your pocket or on a shelf that you can grab for quick jobs. The Wingman is one of my favorite affordable multi-tools. It has 14 tools built into it, and in contrast to a Swiss Army knife, it has the highly useful and often needed needle nose pliers. Check out my guide to the best multi-tools for more recommendations. The magnetic parts dish. It's easy to lose screws, nails, and bolts in the carpet when you need them, and then when you find them it's usually by accident with your feet in the middle of the night. You don't need anything fancy for a parts dish, it's just a bowl of magnetized steel, but it'll keep all your little metal bits in one place when you're working. If you tip it over, they won't be going anywhere. The adjustable wrench. Home tool kits are all about saving space, which is why I recommend an adjustable wrench as a stand-in for an entire wrench set. 8 inches is a good size to give you enough torque for big jobs without being too unwieldy to handle the small stuff. You adjust the width of the jaws by spinning the knurl all the way up to fit a 1 and an 1/8 inches nut. The pliers. Pliers will be some of your most used tools, and here it pays to fork out the money for a good set that'll last forever. As the saying goes, buy once, cry once. The large tongue and groove pliers are what you need for large pipes, such as in plumbing. The cutting pliers will go through anything. And if you have kids who get toys packaged with those little plastic ties, these will save your sanity. The slip joint and needle nose pliers are catch-all tools to save the day. We all like to change things up from time to time, and with the changing of the seasons, there is no better time to pick up a new tool for your home toolkit. Be on the lookout for our gadget videos as we find new and interesting technology items that can make your life easier as this video comes to an end. We hope you liked this video. Make sure to leave down your comments to let us know what you think about these. And as always, thanks for watching.